Hey guys, wanted to get this video out to you. I'm sure many of you have received an email from New You directly saying you're on the schedule to launch, and maybe you thought you were already, maybe you weren't on the schedule and you're confused. I just want to make sure I get this out to you and explain this whole thing. So first of all, I apologize for any delay in communications, any rescheduling we've had to do. You guys know, or hopefully you know, I don't like to operate that way. Kind of had my hands tied the last little bit. So here's the brief story, just so you understand what's going on. I have always, as a rep, had the option to run with New You or Get Fit. And a lot of you don't know what Get Fit is because you had no reason to. It was primarily focused on martial arts studios, gyms, while New You was focused on CrossFit locations for the most part. And over the last 6 months, New You has started to diverge as far as what they're doing with their challenges as opposed to what Get Fit is doing. For the longest time, they were exactly the same. Same systems, same the way they were operated, same structure, same payouts, same everything, right? But in the last 6 months or so, New You has decided to focus on the call center. They're forcing the call center. They're raising the price of the challenge. The cut to the partners has gone down to $50 in most cases, and some of the ad content has been a little bit different in terms of lots of emoticons or unicorns and rainbows and girls with their boobs hanging out and all kinds of stuff that I've had to deal with in terms of complaints and whatnot. So many of you are familiar with that, and I think some of you have actually not launched in the last few months because of that. So I want to make sure I explain that now, with there being such a distinct difference between Get Fit and New You, whereas Get Fit still does on-site interviews, they still do a $250 challenge. In most cases, we can always go higher if necessary, like we have with New You in the past. And they do a $100 split to the partner, or at least a 40% split. So if it's a $250, you get $100, and it's again on-site interviews. So it's exactly what New You always was before New You started making all the changes. So for all you guys that are on the schedule to launch next weekend, the 10th, I have you running on the Get Fit side because all of you, for the most part, as I understand it, did not want to do the call center and want to do on-site interviews as you always have. If you want to go with the call center, you're more than welcome to. You can run with New You. It just depends on what your motivations are and what you expect out of your challenge. I have not seen the call center be able to deliver more than, say, 13 or 15 challengers in most cases. In some cases, I've seen as low as 2 or 3. It really varies. And when you get a lesser cut and you get less people, it just becomes less viable, and it hasn't proven to be in the best interests of the gym owners like ourselves. I've seen it be in the best interests of New You for what they're doing on the mass business side, but I haven't seen it be in our best interest. So to clarify, I have all you guys as of next weekend set to launch with Get Fit. So it'll say the Get Fit challenge, but everything else is exactly the same, right? So I want to make sure that that's clear. Now, of course, I had to wait to really put this out there until everything was shored up. They're actually formally splitting between Get Fit and New You. Again, for a long time, they were exactly the same. They were partners. It was all kind of run out of the same place. So I had to wait for the systems to all get shored up and formally split before I could make this announcement. So that's where I apologize for any confusion. But as of yesterday, that's all been taken care of. So now I really do have two very distinct options. I can have partners run on the traditional Get Fit side with what you guys all know and hopefully love in terms of what's grown your gym, or I can run you on the New You call center side. Here's what I'll say. New You probably doesn't prefer that I give you guys the option. They prefer I just say you have to use the call center or nothing and run with New You. Therefore, in their expectation that I would make this move, I assume that's why they put out this assumptive email to everybody saying, hey, we heard you want to launch in January with the call center, and here's the whole deal. So if you got that email, again, if you want to run with the call center, just let me know, and we'll do that. That's fine. But if you got that email and you're either saying, A, I wasn't scheduled to launch, well, that's why you got that. They just put that out there assuming that you would want to. Or B, you thought, I'm already on the schedule for next week. Why am I getting this email? Well, they're just trying to reel you into the call center despite the fact that you're already scheduled with me. So if you are on for next weekend with me, cool. You don't have to do anything. Ignore that email. We'll get you squared away. Your launch email is going to come out on Monday with all your information. You'll be good to go. If you got that email and you want to switch to the call center, let me know, and I'll make the move to switch you over. That's fine. If you got that email and you weren't scheduled at all, but now that you know you don't have to do call center and it's a different side of the system without the funky ads and there's better performance metrics and whatnot, and you now want to get scheduled to run, reach out to me and we can discuss, any details you want to discuss, and we can get you on the schedule to run here in December or even next month for January challenges. So I hope that all makes sense. Again, I really do apologize for any kind of confusion or unprofessionalism this may have appeared to display, but my hands were tied until yesterday afternoon when GetFit was able to ensure that they couldn't be sabotaged essentially by anybody that would be upset on the NewU side. So now that they're formally split, I have two distinct options: NewU call center or GetFit live interviews. And it really couldn't be more clear than that. So I'll leave it at that. If you have any questions, please call me, 480-980-7785. Email me, text me, whatever, with questions. You guys know that aside from the last week with some of these weird issues, I'm always very responsive, and I'm happy to kind of discuss anything you want to discuss. But otherwise, I look forward to launching a large amount of partners next week and seeing some great numbers. So best to you guys. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.